It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I'm quite excited today to bring you a beer from Brewery Żywiec in Poland, and it's the IPA. It's coming in at, I better have a look. 5% ABV in a dark brown bottle. You can see the markings of the Żywiec bottle, and you have the Żywiec brewery here engraved into the bottle, if you like. Is it embossed or engraved? What's the word? There's the bottle cap there. Now, why am I excited for this beer? Well, I've been to Poland many times. Poland is one of my favourite countries in the world. I love it. It's brilliant. I love it. The people are lovely. The place is beautiful. There's a lot of history there. The beer is good. Yeah, what's not to like? What is not to like? But I've actually been to the brewery. The reason why I'm excited for this beer is I've been to the brewery. They've got this old kind of like malt roasting traditional machine there where on an exhibition day they'll dress people up as they would have been using this machine many decades ago with malt shovels, and they'd be shoveling malt onto this machine. They'd be roasting malt in front of your eyes, a bit like a coffee roaster, but for malt. Their lager's, I think, is okay. The lager's okay. It's not going to kind of blow the back doors off it. It's not going to be the best lager in the world, but it's okay. But I have a really fond affiliation with a certain beer. That is this beer. It's coming soon to the channel. This is Zywiec Porter at 9.5% ABV. And I have a story to tell for this beer. This beer saved one of my Polish trips. It was a do or die beer. If I drink this beer, it's either going to go two ways. I'm either going to want to go home or I'm going to want to stay and enjoy myself. And the latter happened. I'll tell you more about that in the Zywiec Porter review, which is a separate video. I reviewed their pale ale about 10 days ago. I thought that was okay. Now it's time for their IPA. I picked this up in a local Polish delicatessen. Cost me £2.50. Good bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. Using an IPA, an IPA glass. So in Poland, it's very kind of like, they use the word IPA. They very rarely call it IPA. In Poland, they will call it IPA. I need to go back. I need to go back to Wrocław. I need to go back to some of the places that I visited in Poland. Yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful country. Two-finger white head. Good levels of slow-moving carbonation. It's a hazy IPA with a little bit of sediment floating around in the glass. Let's get the aroma. I think Żywiec, pardon me, I think Żywiec are owned by a big company. I think it might be someone like, I don't know, Miller's or Miller Coors or Heineken or someone like that own Żywiec. But if you have a look at a map, because Żywiec is the place, if you have a look at a map, they've got a massive lake there. Massive, massive lake. And that's what they would have used. That's why the brewery's there. They would have drawn water from the lake and used the water. Maybe cut it up as ice blocks in the winter to put in the caves to store the beer to lager. That's another story completely. Anyway, aroma on this IPA. Not much, if I'm honest, not much. I built this fondness up, this beer up, haven't I? A bit too much, maybe. It's a little zesty in the aroma, a little bit of orange. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Yeah. Gonna check the date on this bottle. (19th of the 7th, 2024). I don't know if that was when it was brewed or when it's due to pass its sell-by date. It's currently the 17th of May. So there's 2 months shelf life on this beer. Judging, pardon me, judging from previous experience, a big brewer like this will normally put a year on their beer. They'll normally say, drink this within a year. So there's a possibility that this beer is 10 months old. I have picked it up in a Polish delicatessen shop in the UK. It might be 10 months old. It tastes old. It tastes old. Not on the brewery. Not on the brewery whatsoever. Of course, as soon as it leaves the brewery, they're not in control of it, are they? They're not they don't know that it's being bundled in the back of a white van and driven halfway across Europe to the UK, and then it's sitting on a store shelf in Wales, in Cardiff, for many months probably. They don't know that, do they? It tastes old. It tastes old. That's a shame, really. That's a shame, because their pale ale was really decent. It was really quite hot. It was hoppy. It was fresh, and I had big expectations for this. I was thinking it's going to be really good. The hops have faded. What's left of the hops is a little bit of orange, a little bit of grapefruit. A little carbonated, a little bit sweet. But then again, if I'm honest with myself, there's not that much bitterness on the back end. Maybe it's not a great IPA. Maybe if I was to go on Untapped, maybe the reviews would be, it's a little bit tame. There's not much bitterness on the back end. It's a little bit too sweet. Maybe that would be the review of it. My problem is the language breakdown. It's all in Polish, so I don't know. If I go on Untapped, everything's in Polish, so it's tough for me to read reviews and stuff, and to read the back of the bottle as well. I'd like to learn the language. I definitely would like to learn the language of Polski, Poland. My rating, and my rating is on the basis that this is an old beer, is, it's a shame, 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.